Hey y'all, it's Courtney Phillips, co-founder of Gumbo Media and leader and creator of Gumbo Fit.
Yo, what's good? It's Ian Gonzalez, owner of Last Lap Corner Store and co-founder of 7 on Sundays Run Club.
And we'd like to welcome you to the Runners Club podcast. This is something that Ian and I have been thinking about for a while now, so we're very excited to bring this to the community.
Yeah, most definitely. When you're listening to this podcast, we're going to be talking about what it means to be an athlete today by sharing some of our personal journey. Because we all know running can be up and down. It can definitely be its own thing. So whether you're new to running and just starting your journey, or you've been getting these miles for a minute, we want to help motivate you and be the community that you need to enjoy running more.
We'll also be joined by a few of our good friends and taking in listener letters from you.
So with that being said, welcome to the Runners Club podcast.
So get ready, lace up, let's get into it. Hey everyone, this is Courtney.
And this is Ian.
Welcome to the Runners Club.
There we go. Damn.
We did it. Y'all don't know how many times we tried that. Okay, yes, episode 1. Hopefully by now you've heard our intro. You have an idea of what you're going to hear, while you're listening to this podcast. Today, you're going to learn a little bit more about who we are, what running means to us, what our running journey looks like these days. And, maybe we might just have a couple of topics of discussion because, there's always current events.
This is a lifestyle podcast. That's what I was thinking about last night after we recorded the trailer for this, was like, what is this podcast? This is really a lifestyle podcast, but it's the lifestyle of runners, running, doing our thing, getting these miles, but then everything that comes with that, because as a runner, things don't just start and stop when our feet hit the pavement. We're doing so much. I think the word of the day yesterday when we was recording the trailers was multifaceted.
Yeah.
And, not all runners are not monolithic. So we got...
running is a part of our life. It's not our entire life. I mean, for some maybe, but ultimately you have to take the shoes off eventually. And then what happens after that?
Right. I'm not even going to lie though. Recently, running has felt like majority of my life. So
yeah,
we're going to get into all of that.
So let's get started.
Let's start with... Let's give you a little bit of background on us, because the trailer was mad short. It's a little bit of hint of what to expect on this podcast. So we're going to share a little bit of our background, where we are, who we are, and what we're doing. So, I'm going to do this interview style. Let's go. So,
are you interviewing me
right now? And then you're going to turn around and interview me.
Cool.
Yeah. So what got you into running?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like one day I woke up and I was running a marathon. It's like, we're talking summer of 2000. Actually, no, fall of 2018. I gave myself a running challenge because I never thought that I could really run. And I was determined to challenge myself to do more. And so, in the past, growing up, doing sports, I've done things like, I always tell people, like, I did softball, I did cross-country skiing. That's probably the closest thing I got to running. And then I also did, like, volleyball. But running was never the primary sport, didn't know anything about it, couldn't tell you anything about it. So for me, I was like, all right, it's the summer, I'm going to chill, maybe just do 1 mile a day for 30 days. Thought it would be a fun little thing. Because I'm also just at that point thinking, all right, how do I get in shape? How do I kind of find a hobby or some sort of thing that I can do that is going to keep me healthy as I continue to age? I'm not that old, but I'm getting older. And right. I feel like our listeners can relate to that,
Exactly.
So with that said, finished my little 30-day 1 mile challenge each day thing. And it got a little bit of attention. And I should also say that I'm the co-founder of Gumbo Media, which has been around for about 3 years now. And we started that with the mission of expanding the narrative of Black life through content, experiences, and community. And that by building community within Chicago, kind of like getting to know people, making, networking, making connections, all that stuff, I ended up meeting up with Nike because a lot of my peers were more in the creative space. You all know how Nike will work with creatives in the community. Shouts out to them for that. They met up with me. We're like, hey, what you doing? What are you into? I was like, well, I'm kind of getting into this running thing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm good at like bringing community together. I was like, I really want to run a marathon. Like that's kind of a bucket list thing for me. And they're like, cool. So we got you on the marathon, and then I was like, well, what if I start a run club?
Yeah, just like
what? Like I had never ran with a run club. I literally have no experiences with run clubs, but I was like, if I'm going to do this, I need other people around me to like do this with, and then to hold me accountable. So it's like, again, I'm good at bringing together community. And the only way I can really I could see myself doing the marathon was gathering community. So Gumbo Fit branched out of Gumbo Media, and it was all like fun and games at first because it was like, oh, that's cute, Gumbo Fit, whatever, expanding the narrative of Black life through fitness,
just make it fit.
It literally just was like, whatever. And so, but then it just like stuck, and now we're going into our third year. Like we just ended our second year, going into our third year with Gumbo Fit, and we're gearing up to run the marathon again.
This will be Gumbo Fit's third marathon.
I mean, yeah, technically, because during COVID, we curated our own on the day that would have been the Chicago Marathon. Fun fact.
Yes,
thanks,
there we go.
Ian.
The Road Less Travel Marathon. Shouts out to Coach Robin over there at Edge Lounge.
Yes, great partners.
And it's interesting that like that's where Gumbo started, because honestly, that's how I got into Gumbo Fit myself. Was I found y'all.
We had marathon tickets.
Yeah.
I keep saying tickets, bibs. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all had them bibs.
Yeah, and we were trying to fill the last spot, and then this guy Ian just popped up in the DMs talking about, I'll take it, and I was really skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, who are you? Are you even serious? Because I've already had people flake, So I was like really concerned that because I didn't know you, and I was like, you haven't come out to our runs yet. I don't know who you are. What? But you ended up being like really cool.
Thank you. It was funny too, because like I got the bib, and it was kind of like an awkward situation for me and a friend of mine. At that time,
significant friend. Let's not lie.
Nah, a little friend of mine at the time and stuff like that. Like I almost embarrassed myself trying to get a free bib and stuff like that, because just being oblivious and not paying attention to things. But things worked out. Things were fine after that. But it was cool. It was nice because that was my second marathon, and my first marathon was like I trained by myself. And so having an opportunity to train with a group of people who were super serious about running a marathon, like it was so much fun. My Saturday morning runs were way better than the first year that I ran alone, because, just getting up. Because at that point in time, Gumbo was just the people who just had the bibs.
Literally, it was like the 5 people who had the bibs, and then like, what, Candice already had a bib, so then she joined us, I think.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and then it was like, and I think even Mike had a bib, and then it became like 7, and then it was 10, and then I think like at some point, and I could not tell you when, that shit blew up.
Yeah, it was like all of a sudden the Wednesday runs just got deep. It was crazy. I think in the fall, because I think the first year we did not run through the winter, did we? The first year?
No, we ran through. Yeah, we did. It was 2019 that we took the break for winter because of COVID. Because it was like everybody was going to see their family, and so we like low key just made everyone quarantine.
Yeah, but I think that last run before we stopped the Wednesday runs, was like about 30 people.
Yeah, well, and the Wednesday runs, I think what happened was Wednesday runs were eliminated at the end of 2019 because we were going into the winter, and we're like, okay, we'll just do one run. Yeah, it was getting too dark. We'll do a run on our Saturdays through the winter, because we was out there every Saturday.
Yes.
Rain, sleet, slush, all that. And it was fun. I really enjoyed that winter. It like made the winter so much better. But yeah, because that's the only reason we ended the Wednesday run. And then COVID happened. And so then it was like, all right, how do we meet safely? Y'all know the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get into our COVID running situation later on.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's smooth. That's beautiful to hear how Gumbo got started. For me, personally, running, it was pure vain reasons for me. Like I tell everybody, I started working. Like I got hired at Nike Running Bucktown, in 2017 for the 2017 Chicago Marathon. Well, maybe 16 because Gumbo started in 18, right?
It was May 2018.
Okay, so I got hired.
It was May 2019.
Yeah.
I'm saying I started my little challenge at the end of 2018.
All right, because I was like, man, my timeline's so off.
Yeah, so you probably was running 18.
Yeah, so the 2017 Bank of America Marathon, I was working at Nike Running Bucktown. Shouts out to Amanda, Gloria, Kate, Charles. Let me see who else. What's my man's name? Ill runner with the ill running coach. I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna shout you out later because you helped me out so much my first year. But everybody up there, Craig, who helped, like they were all runners, marathon runners. Some of them have run a few ultras. Gabby hired me up there. And she did like her 26th marathon last year.
Wow.
So, Courtney knows me, and most of the people who listen to this podcast as of right now for the first episode know me. I do like being the center of attention to an extent. So but
that's why our personalities gel, because there's only so much that I will tolerate from him, and there's only so much he will tolerate from me. We balance each other out.
Yes, it works. But I'm I was mad. I was stressed out that I had to just sit there and listen to everybody tell their stories, and I didn't have no stories.
You didn't have a marathon under your
belt? I didn't have nothing.
No stripes.
Listen, in my interview when they was asking me, so do you run? I was like, I swim. And that was like lightly, like I have swam before. Like I was in that interview practically lying through my teeth to make it seem like I was an athlete. And I was definitely not an athlete by any stretch of the imagination. But man, I would tell you, listening to them, they had like events around the marathon at the store, panels. You got people coming from all over the country to run the Chicago Marathon, because runners, what we're doing right now is such a runner thing, because all runners, if you give them an opportunity, will tell you their story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hearing so many different stories from so many different runners. It just got intoxicating. And I remember driving downtown, like the day of the marathon. I'm seeing, and mind you, I've lived in Chicago my whole life. I have never, ever, ever been aware of the Chicago Marathon outside of 2017.
Same. I swear, when I ran it in 2019, I said, oh, this is big. Yes. I didn't even know.
They shut down so...
Word? Like, how come no one ever told me about this?
They shut down so many streets in Chicago, and I was just oblivious to it.
You honestly could have just told me it was a parade. And I would have been like, cool.
Straight up.
I had no idea.
I didn't even know the Bud Billiken went that far north. But it was crazy seeing so many people downtown in their nice dress clothes, the medals, going out to eat and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, I want that. I need that. I gotta have that. So, I signed up for a 5K. I think it was the hot chocolate. Went and ran that. That was super fun. But I instantly signed up for the Chicago Marathon. And training for it, that 20 weeks I trained for it is when I fell in love with it. It was it was amazing, because every mile that I ran all the way up to race day was the first time I ever ran that mileage.
Yeah.
And so every week I was doing something I thought I could never do. First 3 miles, never could. You didn't see me in high school running for a bus. If I was gonna be late, I was gonna be late.
Right.
That's just what it is. You ain't never seen me run from a fight. Never. It's only been one situation where I almost got my ass kicked. And I should have gotten out of there because it was a group. And I should have ran. And I did not. So I don't run. Running was not in my DNA at no stretch of the imagination. But I fell in love with it. It was awesome. And here I am now, owning a running store, Last Lap Corner store here on the south side of Chicago. Also a co-founder of a run club myself on the south side in Bronzeville. Yeah. Shouts out to 7 on Sundays. And it's been a dope journey. It's been amazing. I've enjoyed it because in no way would I have ever thought that running would have done so much for me in my life up to this point.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing about running too, I think, is why people, when they find it and then feel rewarded by it, there's always a new goal. There's always something new to achieve. So I think it's just like it's the hobby that keeps on giving, Mm-hmm. Like I feel at the end of the day, like you can always get something out of running. Yeah. At whatever age you're at.
Yeah, most definitely. I tell people all the time, like, I try to get I'm a father of 3 myself. I have I don't know how old Julius is. I think he's 15 or 16. He's around there somewhere. Zuri, she's 12. August, he's 3. But like I want them to move their bodies, and the easiest thing, that's the thing that's been easiest for me is running, because it's something that I could just do from the house, especially in this time of the pandemic, when there's no clubs, there's no after school programs and stuff like that.
No gyms, none of that. You saw everybody became a runner in the pandemic.
Everybody.
Now the question is are they still running?
Straight up and down. But like, I say all that to say, like, whether you young or you older, like a body in motion stays in motion. So, lace up those shoes, get out there. Try it out, whether it's your first mile or your umpteenth mile. Like, get out here and make that happen and run. It's fun, and it's the most tangible thing I've ever done, body wise.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like, I think for me, my obsession with running is just about like I mean, you can say it's vain or whatever, but I honestly just want to see like what my body can do. Mm-hmm. Like how far I can take it. Cause I have a personal goal this year. If we want to get into personal current goals.
Yes.
This year, I'm really trying to see like, all right, I want to get in the best fitness of my life.
Listen, Courtney trying to jump off mountains, so she got to get her body together.
Like I really, and last year, I was fit. 2019 for the marathon, I was fit. But I think that there's levels to this. We all know that, and I'm just really trying to take it to the next level, whatever that may look like for me, and then just do the same next year. So,
so what's your
I'm trying to be that 85-year-old grandma that's still running marathons,
Yeah.
Like that's like my big time goal. Yeah. Just to keep on moving, keep on running, keep on doing races. Like
what's that nun who like ran like 47 marathons, 12 triathlons, like
not a triathlon too.
No, like it's a Nike commercial of her talking about all of the triathlons she's done. It's like she's double digits in a triathlon. She's a nun.
That's
like
wild.
She do it for Jesus.
Yeah, she's praying the whole way.
The whole way. God got her, because I know I could.
Yeah, so that's me. What about you? What's the current goal?
My current goal is to be the sexiest dad in my children's class.
I feel like you already think you are, though. So
yeah, but I need the teachers to think that too. So that's my current goal, honestly. Like right now, I'm trying to up my mileage. I've had a bad habit since I started running of going really hard in the spring, summer, fall, and then after marathon, just not keeping a routine going. Since I've been running with Gumbo Fit and 7 on Sundays, like the weekends would be the only running I'm doing, so I would lose a lot of the work that I had done over the year. And then when spring coming back around, I've dropped back down. Right.
Your legs be feeling it. The knees, the hips.
Ugly.
You know what I mean? And you also have to stretch. I feel like, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
So I see it though for you.
And then as our respective groups grow, there's more fast runners joining us.
Yeah.
And so like being in the back has driven me insane. I have literally lost hair.
Not my own run club fan. You're not going
No.
You're not gonna just I'm okay with it. I'll just be like, I'll just own it and be like, you know what? I'm sweeping today because I know who's here. And I'm just gonna own my place. It's fine. No,
I can't.
Side note, Ian really does get salty when any runner runs past him. So don't take it personally.
It's equal opportunity. It's equal opportunity. This is a safe space. Men get it, women get it. Like if I start hearing footsteps behind me, I'm going to speed up. Okay, so if you trying to catch up to talk to me, start talking before you catch up. I'm gonna think you're trying to pass me, and it's gonna stress me out. But so that's my goal this year, is to build my base up, keep my base. I want to really, really shine at these 10K and half marathons. My marathon time, I'm trying to get down to like a sub 3 hour.
Word.
And I'm trying to go to Boston in like the next year or two. So really, really just transforming my body with strength training and running and just becoming a more solid athlete between now and December.
Okay, yeah. Another personal goal of mine that I just keep saying until it's going to happen is to do a try.
Yeah.
Starting with sprint, Coach Robin already is in my text talking about this one that's coming up that I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. Seems a little close to me.
Yeah, like she'll be like, yeah, it's you can train for this in 10 business days.
Yeah.
Like,
done.
Coach.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then not do anything else.
Right.
So yeah, I'm taking it in strides, step by step. So that's a little bit about me and Ian.
Yeah. Well, the first step to doing a triathlon is what? Trying.
Oh, funny.
Get it? Try and triathlon.
Wow. Well, dad jokes.
Yes. My favorite.
Wow. Okay. So I don't know. What should we just like kind of give them what we've been doing? What's been happening in the community?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you feel?
Oh, yeah. So, well, before that.
Yeah.
Let's we talked about the past a lot. Let's kind of bring them up to date with what running is looking like for us right now. And I think that'll definitely take us into what's been happening within our community. For anybody who's listening who don't know, like, we're based out of Chicago. We're on the south side of Chicago. If I haven't said that yet, and even though I'm sure I did, south side all day. You already know. So, what for you right now, because we're like in this reconstruction period post pandemic. And so what is running looking like for you right now? What is like athleticism looking like for you right now?
Actually, it's looking pretty good. I'm in a better place than I ever was before, because I feel like, just with getting out here running, starting a run club, like it's given me connections. So, Marie, Erica, she's a personal trainer. She's been training me at On Your Mark for, I feel like it's almost been like 10 months, I think, almost a full year. And so just seeing her once a week, getting in some strength training has like already affected the way that I run or show up for a run. Like my body doesn't feel so worn down. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still like I get very fatigued after my runs. I'm trying to take some supplements, see what the situation is, make sure I have enough iron, vitamin D, you know what I'm saying, magnesium.
Do you take like a protein shake or anything afterwards?
Oh, I literally have protein shakes every day. Matthew makes me one every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just drank one before I came over here.
What about like after your run?
I literally just I guess I didn't run, but I just worked out.
Yeah. Okay.
So so I'm trying to figure out how to maintain more energy, because we're really talking current day. Like this week we had our first track Tuesday with Gumbo Fit. We're bringing it back, back to the regular scheduled program to an extent. And we did 8 by 800s with active rest in between.
So 800
800s
is
twice around the track.
Is that twice around the track?
Twice around the track.
Okay.
8 times.
8 times.
But then you're doing a 400 rest in between.
Right.
That
so
is a active
consistently
walk or
moving.
you can't stop moving.
Right.
So we did that on Tuesday, and then
That's a lot of laps.
I know, it was about 5 miles altogether.
Wow.
And that's kind of what we're doing with our programming on Track Tuesdays. Is like the expectation is 4 to 6 miles every time. So long distance track. Okay, I know y'all sprinters out there, you feel some type of way about it. Maybe this isn't for you, or maybe it is. Maybe you could try something new. But then I came here to record our little intro, and then I was like, I need to do some active recovery. So I ran 3 miles.
Yeah.
I took an hour nap when I got home.
Did you?
Yeah.
Legit.
Woke up like, what happened? Matthew was trying to talk to me, and I was just like, I couldn't even register what was. I like literally felt like I didn't even sleep. I felt like I just like closed my eyes and it was just like,
Done.
Yeah. Running will put me into a deep sleep.
That's love. That's love. Running has a completely different effect on me. Like
you get energy.
Most of the time, except for like anything above 13 miles, I'll be a little bit tired afterwards, a little bit fatigued, not necessarily tired, but for the most part, a solid run, I'm pretty amped. I'm good to go. It's like sunshine and rainbows.
But a track workout and then a recovery after that, like I feel good too, and then I crash.
Yeah.
Like at some point, I hit a wall.
Yeah.
And then I have to sleep.
I literally started drinking like chamomile tea or like the noon rest tablets to kind of wind me down, especially after Track Tuesdays, because it's later in the evening.
Yeah.
And
I can't just go to sleep.
Yeah, I'll mess
stay
around
up till 1 o'clock. And that's exactly what happened. Yep. That's exactly what happened. Matthew was like, "You're up late." I keep saying Matthew. That's my fiance, my co-founder. Okay, I'm gonna say his name is
my co-founder.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. We work together. He's my life partner. But yeah, like I was up late.
Yeah.
For no reason, just watching The Circle.
Yeah. I'm with you 2,000%. Running does not give me fatigue. The reason I asked you about the protein was because I do realize, like, with weightlifting, they say you take protein within 30 minutes of your workout because your body's in an anabolic state.
Okay.
And your body's looking for protein. So it'll actually start eating your own muscles. Your body start to cannibalize itself.
Talk that talk.
You feel me? I know a little bit. You feel me? Shouts out to Columbia College. I'm starting to take that same energy into running because endurance running will break down a lot of muscle for energy. So you will tend to lose muscle mass and strength when doing endurance running. So I do my best to get in either eating something with solid protein, like a chicken sandwich or some tacos or something. Right after run, I'm usually trying to ask anybody I'm running with, like, "Hey, you hungry? You want to go get something to eat?" Or I'm getting me like a protein shake in within that 30 minutes while my body is trying to digest, trying to heal. It doesn't mean if you miss the 30-minute mark, don't eat or drink any protein. But definitely try to do your best to get something in as soon as possible. Yeah. And that will help. That will help because your body also get fatigued because it's working harder to heal and recover itself.
Right.
And stuff like that, which that's what sleep's for. You shutting everything else down so your body can focus on the parts that have been broken down and it can rebuild and reheal. So I don't know, for me, running right now I just recently started a 10-week training plan for a half marathon training plan. It's a training plan that's in the Strava app. I've been getting into using the Strava app a lot more lately, and they have running plans from a company called Macmillan's or something like that.
Okay.
So it's a 10-week training program, and what I realized is that the reason I probably fall off in the wintertime is definitely not because of the cold, because I run in negative degree temperatures.
It's fun. Problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you dress correctly, it's kind of really enjoyable.
Yeah, yeah. It's way better than you think. And honestly,
Yeah.
cold running for me is a lot more enjoyable than
80-degree
hot. Yeah.
weather.
Hell yeah. Because I mean you only cold for the first like 5 minutes and then you heat
And
all
then
the
you're
way up.
invincible. You can do
Right.
what the fuck you want because you out here making your own heat.
Hell yeah. Straight up and
Like,
down. But for me, I realized like I don't have a plan to follow during the winter.
yeah.
And so I'm left to my own devices and getting up and trying to make a decision on what I'm going to run and how I'm going to run is where I get caught a lot of times and make that decision to just lay in a bed a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, also the sun is out a lot less in the winter. So it's like if you're trying to get peak sun and it's midday and you're at work,
yeah.
it's difficult. And you come home, it's dark. You wake up, it's dark.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, nah, straight up. But starting this 10-week plan for me is what's helping me get more solid in running right now. And so it's I'm a little bit hurt that Gumbo was running out of Last Stop Corner Store for the winter time, and now they're moving to the lakefront because it's the lakefront. It's fucking beautiful.
It's the lakefront, but also marathon training. You know what I mean? Also. Just let me plead my case real quick. People come to Gumbo Fit now and it'd be deep. It is deep. Outside is opening. People get vaccinated. And so then we start getting runners of really all levels. And then it makes it very difficult when you have a 3-mile route and a 6-mile mile route. And people want to be like running the 3 when they should be just doing 1, you know?
Right.
And it's like, so then the people who are really beginners, it's like, all right, just go out and back. Just go out half mile and come back. You don't need to do all that. You also don't need to try for the full 3. Like, build
your way up. So it makes sense for Gumbo to go to the lakefront. The reason I'm saying I'm hurt is because I know that my Saturday I might not be able to join Gumbo for every Saturday runs and stuff like that. And the Gumbo runs were part of the structure for my running and things like that. And I don't want to lose the accountability for myself to run on Saturday. So that's mostly why I'm saying.
I'm just saying, come through, run your 3 because I know it's your warm up. Then hop on your bike because I know you're about to have a bike club over here.
Yes. But so it for me it was just a lot easier when it was here at the store, to stay accountable and be here and stuff like that. And so with that little change in, just trying to keep myself accountable, keep myself running no matter how things are changing around me, because I just really need that structure to keep going and to keep running. But
that's the importance of a community, really.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't understand how. I mean, some people really enjoy training on their own. They really get a lot out of it, but it's like it could be so much easier if you had a community. That's just me. Maybe that's a cultural thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Like watching Mike Brown is one of the Gumbo captains. Watching him, effortlessly run. It's so effortless.
The way he describes it is he's at the place where he might not want to run, but his body will just start moving towards his workout clothes, moving towards his shoes, and then before he knows it, he's outside.
Yeah.
And he's running, and then it's like he doesn't really want to, but then you always get into your stride, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is great. I'm so happy I'm outside. That's also a personal goal for me that I'm trying to get, like, I'm really trying to hone in, because I do really love running. I can be the type to just find myself outside, but it's not as consistent as someone like Mike Brown, because he'll just do it either way.
Yeah.
And for me, sometimes I need more of a push.
Yeah. Definitely. But like it's real. Like having a community, you can find those different places to get that push from. Yeah.
Having those people around as an example of how, levels to which you can get to with your running relationship, like your relationship with running, rather.
Definitely. There's been times where I've shown up to Track Tuesday or a Saturday, and I just might not have been in the best place mentally, not really feeling it and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be straight up and down. It's one person that literally lights my day up every time they're at one of our runs. And Candice, I mean, just every single time she's around, like it just perks me right up and gets me ready to handle all of the runners that's coming, gets me ready to run my mileage and stuff like that. And if somebody like her wasn't around, then I might easily just be like, you know what, I ain't even really feeling Track Tuesday today. I'm not feeling getting up Sunday morning and going for a run. Like it's not where it's at today. But having this community, having people that I can use some of their motivation when I'm lacking my own really makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And Candice is another Gumbo Fit captain. And one thing I like about Candice is she's steady. She's ran many marathons, like I say many, but it's been like 4, but that to me is many.
Yeah.
And she doesn't listen to any, like she never comes with AirPods. She never listens to music. Like throughout our entire marathon training in 2019, never did I ever see her with AirPods. And because she just enjoys the run, she recently had a baby. Shout out Zori, baby Zori. And her too, because like she's on her own journey, but she be coming out and she really does hold down the community in her own way because she represents a type of runner that many people can relate to. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is. Like, I feel like I see myself in her and, and like, it's just, she has the vibe. At the end of the day, she's good energy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So let's hop into a little bit of a recap of, let's just go. I think we just go back like a week. Talk about some of the things that's been happening with Gumbo Fit, with Last Hop Corner Store.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we can both go first because I think the big event was the collaboration with My Block, My Hood,
My City.
Shouts out to Nathan and Zindy. Which honestly, whoever is the head of My Block, My Hood, My City, not anymore. All right, Nathan and Zindy is running that joint.
Funny story though, My Block, M3 is for some people who they call it that, which I mean, I recently got introduced to My Block, My Hood, My City, and so I didn't really know much about it. I should, transparency wise, I'm not originally from Chicago. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Been living in Chicago will be 6 years come August, so I've been here for a minute. But yeah, I like really silly, in a silly way, I just asked Nathan, I was like, did you start My Block, My Hood, My City? And he was like, no. And then I told Matthew, and he was like, no. Like, the guy who started it is like a legend in the streets. And I don't know his name right now. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, what street?
You know what I mean? I hope whoever knows him is not listening to this and feels offended, because it's really not about that. It's just that I think between Ian and I, one thing I feel like will be a consistent, repetitive thing is that we'll forget people's names. Between the two of us, we both do that.
Consistent.
It's not even nothing bad. It's just,
Yeah, I am. In my eyes, M3 is Nathan and Zindy. So,
and they are consistent runners with us, and they both work for M3. And Nathan is the one that reached out to me and was like, "Hey, would love to join you guys for this run." Because they've been going to run clubs around Chicago to just kind of show their community different areas of Chicago. So it's like, that's our connection.
Yeah, most definitely. And really they brought out a lot of people.
71 people RSVP'd.
71 people RSVP'd. That was crazy. How many people were?
I would say all together, it was probably around 80 people. But obviously not everyone who RSVP'd came out, because we also had probably 20 to 25 of our regulars who came out. So then it was like 50 of their people,
Yeah,
and it was a whole ass thing.
Right. Like if you go...
Jamal Cole.
Oh,
no
Jamal.
Disrespect. He founded M3. Yeah, saying CEO over here, founder and CEO. Shouts out to him.
Yeah, I remember seeing him on some press conference. Looked like he was going to stack up.
Look at this.
Because he was mad about something. I forget. I don't know if it was a police shooting or something, but he was hot on that conference. I didn't know. I thought he was representative. I didn't know that's who found it, but he looked like he was he was about to go back to whatever roots or whatever. He was about to
Let
turn
them
up
know.
on Lori Lightfoot and the city real quick.
Yeah.
But shouts
Legend in
out
these
to
streets.
Jamal Cole.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, like they brought out a lot of runners, and it was a fun Saturday. It was a beautiful Saturday before Gumbo returns to the lakefront, and we did. I want to say majority of the runners did the 3-mile route.
Yeah.
Candice led like a little
run walk.
Yeah, one walk.
Oh, you're talking about the 1.5 mile walk. Yeah, but then there's also like people who were running and walking for the 3 mile too. But yes, Candice led that the 1.5 walk, which I'm like, that it was a good idea. Honestly, I might start incorporating it a little bit more because I think that it's a little bit more approachable for some people and just a good starting point.
Most definitely.
I feel like the 3 mile sounds easy because it's 3, but it's hard.
Yeah,
we're talking about miles, people. Miles.
Yes,
whole ass miles.
Yes, the legit 30-minute run. You feel me? I know people who will hop in the car to go 4 blocks over to the store real quick to grab something. So
no, this ain't that.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. But like that event was smooth. We got the opportunity to share a little bit of history about Bronzeville and stuff like that. I learned some stuff about researching, to give that little history speech and
gives us top two learn things.
So Buddy, who was and I butchered the delivery at the speech. But Buddy, who pioneered heart surgery, the black man who pioneered heart surgery. I didn't. Are you gonna spit his name out?
Oh, you're talking about heart. I was thinking. I thought you were talking about the guy. I'm not even gonna say his name.
Okay, I was like, she's gonna pull out the name.
You're talking about a different person. Okay,
but no. So I did the research and I just forgot his name. But it was right up here. Not only did he pioneer in Chicago and on the South Side, 2 blocks away from the store at Providence Hospital.
Ah, right there.
Yes.
Wow.
And he started. So Providence Hospital was a black hospital in its heyday. Wow. And that's where
me in the black belt.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, all a lot of the heart surgery that we know of today and do today, pioneered right here in Bronzeville. Right up the street, the founder of the Negro League, right here in Bronzeville,
right here,
and stuff like that. So it was cool for me to do the research and then to share that with the people who came out and my block M3 or whatever. You feel me? They was nice enough to make a nice size, not donation. That would be the wrong word. Purchase of nutrition and stuff like that, and gave it out to their runners.
Yeah, they hand out to the runners. So it's all cyclical. Yeah, we all really enjoyed our time, I feel like. And also, just one thing I'm going to miss about running out of Last Lab, which this is why I'm like, Ian, if there's an event you want us to do, if there's a reason we could come back, just let me know. Because Washington Park over here is so beautiful. It's not overpopulated. There's 2 big, it's like it's cut into 2 because there's that like main street that goes between, but like our route cuts over to that area that's like so pretty, and there's like an island and a whole lake, and it's just like, yeah, the lakefront of course is always going to be a vibe. And, it's easy. It's also safe for what we're doing, especially when dealing with like lots of runners. But ultimately, like, running throughout Bronzeville is also very rewarding. And I would say that like what 7 on Sundays, what you're doing with 7 on Sundays, running down Martin Luther King Drive and through different neighborhoods, like that's also really great. And that's my goal this summer as well, is to like wake up and meet y'all at 7 on Sundays.
Yes.
Early, but yes.
7 on Sunday is very welcoming of all paces. We do have a 3.5 mile route and a 7 mile route. Okay. And both routes are run together. Everybody's gonna do the 7 mile runs the first 3.5 with anybody who only wants to run the 3.5. What I will say is that we runners. So we get up at 7 a.m. on Sundays, meet on 35th and King Drive, and we get these miles because running we do it for the love of the run. We enjoy running. And for us, for 7 on Sundays, it's really important for us to actually run in the streets of our neighborhoods where people will see us. Because it's been so many Sundays where people will blow their horns, wave at us.
Yeah.
You could get some old dude on a bus stop, pick up your knees, young blood, pick up your knees. Like it's our main focus and our main drive is to normalize Black runners running in Black neighborhoods and stuff like that, and showing people that we can do this recreationally and enjoy it and have fun. And so we actually started on Stony Island, running south and east on Stony Island. We last year we moved to Bronzeville just to have more access to more of our neighborhoods that we want to run into on the south side. And it's super fun. It's super beautiful. This upcoming summer we'll have some events, some races, and some things that you guys can come out and enjoy us, get to know us a little bit better, and hopefully join us on the Sunday morning run. It's fun. It's not super intense. There are some people who will finish that 7 miles at like a 7:20 pace. But then there's some of us who is running a smooth 9:30, 10-minute pace and enjoying it.
And that's okay.
And shouts out to Miss Joy. Shouts out to Miss Joy. That's all. I love you, Miss Joy. I appreciate you every time you come out. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Joy.
Yes, runners of all shapes, sizes, paces, all of the above. You got to make space. No runner left behind. Okay, that is the motto for both these run clubs. I know that for a fact.
Yes, most definitely. But so we got the 3M joint, and then the next day, on Sunday, I partnered with Brooks Running and League of Their Own. Which you can follow them at League of Their Own Shot. That's page.
Yes.
That's a women's focused sports group. I know prior to the pandemic, they were doing a different sport every week.
Everything from softball to volleyball.
Dodgeball.
They did dodgeball. They did runs. They came out to one of our races recently. So it's really just about getting women, providing a safe space for women to be active and do fun things.
It's not really that safe of a space though. And
you're just mad because you went to dodgeball and got beat.
Because y'all ain't tell me. I went to one of their dodgeball joints, and I felt welcome. They let me come into their space and play with them. But they was intense. I'm over there throwing the ball I'm throwing it at girls. I'm throwing it at women and stuff like that. I don't want to hurt nobody.
We working on Ian, everyone. We working on him. That's why I'm here.
Gee, what's her name? Genesis was launching the ball.
Because it's dodgeball.
Listen.
You got to dodge it.
Next time, I ain't holding back. That's all I'm going to say. Everybody getting it. But no, Paige, her organization is beautiful. They came out this Sunday. I had a sports bra workshop because, like I said in the beginning, I own a retail store, a running specialty store, and I am learning how to shop for women because I have to order these things that's in the store for women. And honestly, like Courtney said, y'all are working on me. I am shopping. Everything I do is with the quote unquote male gaze. So I'm over here shopping on what I think look good on a woman. And I have been learning while talking to Courtney, Maya, and a lot of other of my female athlete homies, what is actually what not just looks good, but it's also functional.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yes.
But what I've learned is that so many women, one, don't know how to shop for their sports bras, and also don't own many sports bras because they're like shopping in the dark. I learned that 71% of women are wearing the wrong size sports bra.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about it because I have sports bras and I like them snug. I want my stuff to be wrapped. You know what I mean? There should be no jiggle, no wiggle. Just everything needs to be. You know what I mean? There needs to be support. Like at the end of the day, I need to make sure that when I'm moving, I'm not, because I don't need things moving in a different direction than when I'm moving. Like it needs to feel honestly, it needs to be a little uncomfortable. Like my sports bras are tight. I get a size small and they're tight. I'm wearing one right now. So, but, Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be, I think there's some, I would say, and I'll let you finish, but I'm just saying from my experience, like other like women sometimes wear a sports bra like as a bra, and it's like, yeah, if you're wearing it as a bra, go ahead and make sure it's comfortable. But if you're wearing it to be active, functional, it needs to be a little uncomfortable almost. It really needs to be tight on you, because then you could potentially have chafing. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of other stuff that can then happen, which I'm assuming you're about to tell me right now.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I am learning. I've never spent so much time talking about women's breasts from an educational standpoint than I've had in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And it's been really interesting. But we had the workshop. Brooks came out, demoed some of their bras. We worked with the women and showed them how to measure themselves and their homies, because I did find out that women's breasts tend to grow and shrink
throughout the month,
just whenever. Taco Tuesday,
next week, it's a whole different situation.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, and I think that that's a good point too, because I like all of my bras are the same size, but they definitely fit different depending on what time of the month it is. And so, like, the bra that gives a little bit more might be the bra that I go to more than the other. And I think too, speaking of bras, I know that like with this Brooks, you have. And I just want to just clear the space on brands, because this, although yes, we are affiliated with our run clubs, this is independent. This is an independent podcast. You know, Gumbo Fit is sponsored by Nike Running, and when I'm in my Gumbo Fit bag, you will not hear me talk about anything but Nike. That just is what it is. I'm just, letting you know. But we made this podcast because there's other things to talk about, and we want to be honest here and actually give you our perspective on brands that work, brands that can give you a different option, varieties, because there's a lot out here. Anyways, back to the conversation.
Small disclaimer.
You know what I mean? So with these Brooks bras, you just showed me that this has, the ones that you've been selling has 3 pockets.
Yeah. So I have the 3-pocket joint. And honestly, so hands down, and I've heard, I had to get the Brooks bras in the store because so many people were telling me that Brooks are the #1 sports bra. Like, they are already the #1 running shoe in the country, but they have the best sports bra.
I don't agree. No, just kidding. I don't agree. No.
Just in case y'all listening.
Okay, anyways.
You old fool. But so hands down, like the Brooks sports bras are bomb. They spend a lot of time and energy in the technology of their products, right? And so we have the 3-pocket sports bra, which this is not a commercial. Sorry if it sounds like one. It has 2 pockets right under the arms where you could slide some keys, your debit card, or even ID, some gels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
ID, all of that right in there. The material is designed so you don't have any chafing. And then it's like this cool pocket right on the back of the bra where you can slide your phone in, because some of y'all favorite tights don't come with pockets.
Or if they do come with pockets, they're too small. Or they, like, I was running the other day with, I had some pants on the other day. They were Nike. I'll admit, you know what I'm saying? I tried to put my phone in on the side and it was jiggling all over the place. So it's like, to have it in the sports bra on the back, that's not going to be moving around.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, you can put it in, pull it out like a samurai sword. It's super simple. It's not like trying to put lotion on that one spot in your back.
A samurai sword.
Yeah, real quick.
He likes anime, and we'll get into this. Maybe it'll apply to running one day. But
yo, I got a cool.
These are the references here.
I have a really dope running anime for anybody who wants to know it as well. I found a place where both of my loves have met, and it's amazing. It's emotional. It will touch your heart. Okay, I found myself cheering on the runners doing the show. It was amazing. But
what's it called?
I gotta look up the name right now.
See, look, we ain't good for nothing. We're gonna have to see. This is episode 1. Coming into episode however many down the line, we need to make sure we have notes. But I feel like we always end up in a tangent.
Yeah, no.
And then it's like
no, like we're gonna have overarching themes to these episodes, but this is an hour worth of tangents, okay?
Yeah.
Just
well,
so you
figure that out, I'm just gonna say that this little sports bra, I'm about to cop it maybe not today, but maybe next time I come up in here,
You
because come marathon season, which is only like 3 weeks away.
Yes.
I'm gonna need something like that, because I think and the fact that the chafing on the side is not a thing, that's really great. Yeah. I think if any, because, and I told Ian this too, I was like, I can wear a sports bra that's from Brooks because you can put it underneath things.
You can put it
you
underneath
know what I mean?
things.
So like, and also I don't see any logos on there.
Nah, yo, Brooks is low key with the logos. But the name of the anime is Run with the Wind. Okay, you find it on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, reach out for the sponsor. Okay, yeah, Run with the Wind. It's amazing. The 3 Pocket Sports Bra is where it's at. You can come down to Left Side Corner Store. You can get it online. I can special order your size if it's not currently in stock. It will be to you or here at the store within the week. That's how we doing it over here.
Yeah.
Do we have any more?
Any other updates? Well, like you mentioned, Gumbo Fit is moving to the lakefront. So, if you're listening to this and you run with Gumbo, just, don't show up at last lap. We're going to be off of 55th and South Shore Drive. So, right at that 55th entrance to the lakefront, we're going to do our 3 and 6 mile options. Like I also mentioned, we might I feel like you have to offer the lower options at 1.5. Yes. Otherwise, people will be like, it's not an option. I'm not trying to be special.
Right.
I'm not gonna, so like So we're gonna do that. We also have Track Tuesdays, right? We just started that this week. And we're also ramping up for marathon season. I'll talk a little bit more about that in episode 2, because there'll be an opportunity for y'all if, again, you're listening in the Chicago Cook County area.
You hear me?
That's basically all my updates. I'm just gonna, I'm trying to get to my base of like, I think I heard one day I heard Robin say, this is Nike coach Robin. And whenever you hear us say that, I heard that she said you need to have at least a 10-mile base per week before like marathon season. And then someone else told me that she said 25 to 30 mile.
Yeah, that sounds better.
And that's why I was like, because 10 miles, you could just do that easy. Because I just already, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's also like
okay. a lot of marathon plans. The first month is establishing that base
beforehand, though.
Before you even
start.
But no, so. Okay. I'm not harping on Coach Robin. I love Coach Robin, but her plans are different.
She pushes you, she challenges you, she believes that you can do it. I think that's really what it is.
Yes. But the official marathon training plan,
she makes it.
She makes it.
No, she makes it. Oh God, I swear to God, she makes the training plan.
I need to look.
So who are you talking about, Brad? She made that shit.
Here.
Yes.
Okay,
you can contact her.
I will take everything I was thinking back. I'm sorry.
She's the one.
Let me put some respect on her name.
Yeah, because they reach out.
Lord have mercy.
So.
Oh wait.
As the weeks continue on, you're going to hear a lot. I mean, marathon. It's going to be a lot about the marathon. A lot about upcoming events. I know Ian's got stuff in his bag.
Yes. Last Stop Corner Store. Actually, I don't know when this is coming out, but it may have happened already. It may not. But I'm partnering with Black Joyride to have bike rides out of the store twice a month on Saturdays. Bike riding is excellent cross training for running, especially if you want to keep your cardio, keep your stamina up. But give your knees mostly a bit of a break with some non-weight bearing cardio. If you got a bike, feel free to come join us. Follow.
Sorry.
No, what?
How many miles?
Oh, so it's not miles based. It's gonna be time based, and so we're doing like a 45-minute ride. This first one, it might bump up to a legit 4 hour.
Okay.
But we're not like speed racing. So it's going to be a nice ride, enjoyable ride. 30 minutes out, 30 minutes back. So everybody and anybody can do that on a bicycle. Follow us on Last Stop Corner Store, for more details on that. As of right now, we're meeting up at 9:30 and leaving at 10 o'clock. So feel free to come ride with us, especially even if you running with Gumbo Saturday mornings.
That's gonna be me, y'all. That's gonna be me because I might have to pull up to the run club with my bike, lock it up, then pull out after the run, and then just meet you guys at 10.
It's legit like less than a 10-minute ride. It's like maybe 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes from the promontory point to the store.
Yeah, I just gotta get, I got a new bike. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it painted all black, trying to get, coordination. I got a vibe I'm going for here. So let me get my bike together, then I'll join you,
I love it. So yeah, we got that. We'll have some strength training workouts on Saturdays as well, and even throughout the week. So, we're going to have a lot of programming, and most of my programming out of the store is going to be based around, increasing our knowledge and education on running, things that will help us enjoy running more, like nutrition and recovery. So please stay tuned for this first year that we're in business, because it's all for you.
It's only up from here. And I would also say, follow Gumbo Fit.
You did?
Yeah. Follow Gumbo Fit as well. Spelled just like that. The food and fit. No space in between. All one word. You can also follow me at Courtney N. Phillips, because my name is Courtney Nicole Phillips. So it's just, middle initial in the middle, Okay. So just, hit me up.
I learned something new.
You can DM me. It literally says in my bio with my middle name in parentheses.
Why would I need to read your bio? I know you.
I'm saying, do you ever go to my profile?
Not your bio, no.
But I'm saying it's right underneath my face.
Nah, like I know you. Like I only like recent pictures. I'm not going and scrolling down to your picture.
It's not. You literally open up the profile and
I don't go to your profile. You pop up on my timeline.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Okay. We use Instagram differently. That's fine. But yeah, you can hit us up, DM us, ask us questions, join our run club.
I only go to profiles before I start your DMs.
Okay, see,
that's the only time I go to profiles.
Yeah, this is different points of view. That's what you're going to continue to get here.
Either is research for myself or a good friend of mine.
I'll research just to research. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I'll end up in a hole just being like, oh, so-and-so, okay, where did you get that from? Oh, that store. Oh, look they posted this picture of this person and she's cute. Oh, let me see what her profile is talking about. And then before I know it, I'm like 5 profiles deep.
Nope. I haven't seen your bio in 3 years.
Okay, that's an insult.
Yeah.
You could have stopped a long time ago.
3 years ago, and I have not needed to see your bio since then. I know you.
You never go to my profile?
No, I know you. Everything that's in your profile,
what does that have
to
do with anything? Sometimes I go back to
Nicole.
Matthew's profile, and I'm just like, I also, maybe, see, this is where, okay, I'm also a creative. And I like to see I like to see people's profiles because I like to see their vibe because it tells me what their vibe is. I like to see how they place their photos together. I know some people don't put any thought into that, but even that is an aesthetic in itself, right? So like for me, it's not necessarily just to like snoop. It's also just to like get inspiration, to see how people just put their shit together. That's really what it is. And for you just talking about sliding into DMs and stuff.
I mean, yeah. I stand behind that statement.
Great.
Unless you're a business, like I might need to go to a profile once, and then after that, I never need to see a profile again. You just need to pop up on my timeline.
Wow.
And if you don't pop up on my timeline, blame the algorithm, not me.
Wow. You don't be like, oh, I wonder what so-and-so's been up to. I haven't seen their photos in a while, and then you just kind of like,
nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Maybe I'm alone here, folks.
I doubt it.
Yeah. So yeah, follow Ian as well.
Y'all at a cool thought, ACOOLTHOUGHT. You feel me? I was nervous. I thought I was gonna butcher that spelling. But follow me at a cool thought. Also follow 7 on Sundays. 1 second. I think this might be. It
is your call. We have other meetings going on. We about to end this podcast. See y'all on episode 2. Thanks for joining the Runners Club.
There we go. Peace. Yo, listen, my bad. Had to hop on a call real quick. Straight dad duties. But we want to come back real quick because this is the most important part for a new podcast. And we definitely need you.
Right. So if you made it this far, shouts out to you. And if you want to help even more, give us a like, subscribe, add a comment, all of that. We really need it at this point, obviously, because this is our first episode.
Yeah, 5 stars, nothing less. Drop a dope comment. We'll probably read it on air. And if you have a question or anything, the listener letter email is going to be in the description because honestly, haven't really made it yet. So
we're working on it.
We're getting it done, okay? So ask us anything, running, life, you're trying to get rid of your baby daddy, your cousin still owe you some money, or you trying to get some tips on your first 5K. We got answers for you, all right?
So hit us up and stay tuned till next time.